Previously on Do Dragons Dream of Scorched Sheep, we got into a fight to allow Mother and her party to retreat from the cathedral violence. I smashed loads of men, obviously. They said that I wasn't hard, but they found out that I was hard as fuck. Once we quickly dispatched them, their reinforcements arrived with an Umber Hulk. With the help of Capri's friend, a Yugoloth called Dave, and Treble's mighty polymorph spell, we defeated the Umber Hulk and now have acquired a nice little Shih Tzu. But that's not all, because Dane cheated and he sent an OP Warframe Colossus to tear through the cathedral. That left us with only one thing left to do, and Treble had to call Sod. He told us the Colossus was a Fey known as Gary, who's partial to a chest cannon. Sod tells us the only way to stop Gary is to appeal to his good nature and the Brotherhood of Iron. But before we can do that, we have to sort out the parentage of Cupcake's baby with Judge Ceridwen.
Adventure waits on every roll, fighting for our mortal souls through mountains high and dungeons deep, through dragon's dream of Scorched Sheep. Through dragon's dream of Scorched
Welcome to Do Dragons Dream of Scorched Sheep, the only D&D podcast that comes with a free scratch and sniff card. This episode, enjoy our new scent, Dragonborn Jockstrap. I'm your DM Gadget, and joining me as usual, a marital aide who wished to be a real boy. As Calbo, it's Biggie.
Hello.
A sentient pillar of cocaine. As Treble, it's Oodles.
I do cocaine!
As a child, she was cursed by a witch in a cave to always stick her fingers together when using superglue. As Capri, it's Candy.
Oh, it feels so good though. Also, hi.
And he goes around town telling everyone he's the lead singer of Imagine Dragons, because I bet you can't picture the real singer of that band. As Stigveld, it's Stig.
He looks like Stig.
That's it, only tune. I don't know.
Dragons! Dragons
We are
are
Imagine
coming.
Dragons! Imagine Dragons!
Look at the dragons, they get scary!
But that's not all, because we're joined by an extra special guest this week. The woman that Oodles fears, the only woman with a dirtier mind than Biggie, the bane of any hot tub that Candy owns, and Stig's BFF as Ceridwen, it's Pip.
Trying really hard to keep a straight face.
You know it's a comedy podcast.
No, I know,
Easy.
but I'm serving cunt. So
The first C-bomb in the first minute.
Yeah, well done. Marvellous. So, yes, we are back to follow on from the chaos of the last episode, but they did all level up. So before we get to the episode itself, do you guys want to quickly run through what your level ups are?
No.
I got offered to either have a feat of shooting or whatever, firearms. That's the one.
Firearms.
Firearms
Not I
master.
don't want that. So I just increased my dexterity and charisma.
Oh,
That's the only other option I had.
Candy?
I got something fun actually. I had a new Eldritch Invocation,
Yeah.
and I chose Ghostly Gaze. So as an
No!
action-
Ooh! I like those boys.
so as an action, I gain the ability to see through solid objects to a range of 30 feet.
Oh,
To cut a long story short,
that's handy.
and then I got I had the choice between a ability score improvement and a feat as well. So I've chosen 2 points in my my con score.
Brilliant.
And I think I got another, I got another spell as well. I chose Elemental Bane. Choose one creature you can see within range and choose one of the following damage types. Acid, cold, fire, lightning, or thunder. The target must succeed on a con saving throw or be affected by the spell for its duration.
Oh, fantastic. Even better. Biggie, what did you get?
I pretty much got the same as Stig. It was firearms specialist or something, or grappler. So I went with ability points, which went in. Where did I put them?
Please tell me you put them in decks.
Not in intelligence.
It went into Dex and Wisdom.
Okay, so that'll make you slightly better then. And Oodles?
Can only hope.
Oodles.
Hello.
Hello, what did your level up give you?
Just like stat boosts, and I gained 2 new spells. I'm level 10 bard now. I'm not telling you what I got.
Is that going to be
Find
something
out.
that's going to bite me in the arse later, is it?
You find out. Don't be looking.
Yeah. I do have your character
Just
sheet.
say
but,
you can look, so it doesn't
Well,
matter.
don't!
well then! Anyway, yes, so last episode, it was chaos at the Cathedral of Violence. There was fighting. I mean, it was a Cathedral of Violence, so it kind of worked out. They polymorphed an Umberhawk. They got attacked by a Warforged Colossus called Gary. And Sod saved them.
I skadooshed.
You skadooshed. Candy made excellent use of the Darkness spell, which I quite enjoyed.
And I killed something for the first time, I think.
Biggie shit his pants.
Yeah, Biggie shit his pants.
You got blood on you.
I skadooshed.
But yes, so Sod had rescued you and pulled you back down into the Feywild. After he gave you the kind of spiel about Gary and the Brotherhood of Iron, he led you forward into a clearing. And in this clearing, there is a semicircle of kind of large stones, a large mushroom kind of in the middle of it. And from the darkness and the kind of the tree line behind the stones, Ceridwen steps forward. Now, Pip, would you like to describe what Ceridwen looks like for people who haven't seen her since the last season?
I'm going to remind myself what she looks like.
A radiant goddess.
I can tell you.
Go on then, tell me what she looks like, because I
Fey
can't
Dolly
remember. It's been
Parton.
so long. Yes, thank you for reminding me. Yeah, Fey Dolly Parton.
We're great
Big
big
hair.
bangers.
Big hair, big boobs.
And a great big bushy beard.
Think hourglass, but more like an hour and a half.
Fantastic. Ceridwen kind of comes and sits forward onto a chair behind one of the central large stone. There is a stone either side of her. To her right, a centaur steps forward. This one's unusual in that he's wearing a shirt, but he has a great big bushy beard, and he's got very long hair, and he's kind of a golden brown color on the horse bit of him. There is a chair.
Texture like sun.
Sorry.
Texture like sun.
Texture like sun.
I thought you said he's got shorts on.
Yeah, sure. He's ready for the beach, that man.
He steps forward and he kind of looks a bit disgruntled that there is a chair behind the stone, because obviously he's a centaur. And he kind of looks at Ceridwen. Ceridwen gives him a look, and he just then kind of sheepishly tries to sit in the chair, but awkwardly. And then
I'd like a picture of that, please.
I can't even picture it myself.
yeah,
Because no one can draw horses.
No. Or chairs.
and then on Ceridwen's left side, a dryad appears. A dryad is a tree, is a tree fae, so it's kind of like a collection of leaves in the vague shape of a feminine body. Comes and sits down daintily next to her. Sod walks into the middle and goes, well, come on. Everybody forward. Ceridwen wants a word with each of you.
Table for 4, please, and menus.
Calbo, mind your tongue here.
What's wrong? We're having a
Anything
meal
you
on
say
this.
will be held against you. This is clearly some kind of test.
Oh, no, Mr. Treble. It's not a test. It's court.
You haven't done anything.
Well, no. Family court. Fey Family Court.
What
We
have you
need
done,
to-
Calbo?
We need to have a chat. A little bit of a chat. Ceridwen has summoned you all here, so we can have a bit of a chat about the parentage of Cupcake's
Sorry,
child.
look at Pip with that fucking cat.
Oh, she looks like a villain, doesn't she?
Edna mode.
No,
No capes.
Calbo, I expect you to die.
As Sod has said that this is Fey Family Court, you hear the kind of murmuring and smattering of speech as from the tree lines an audience appears of various Fey creatures, and they all kind of take seats in a kind of a semicircle around you all, so you can't get out of this clearing. And Sod kind of jumps up onto the mushroom in the centre, and he goes,
Fey creatures of all persuasions, welcome to our court. You know our Grand Judge Ceridwen?
And he kind of gestures towards you, Ceridwen. You have to describe what you're doing for the audio listeners.
I'm peering over my glasses and I am slowly stroking my cat. And I am getting ready to judge.
And backing Ceridwen up in her efforts, meet, and he gestures to the centaur, meet Pelon.
And Pelon stands up and goes, I am here to give balance to the worst impulses of Ceridwen. And he shoots you a dirty look.
Did you say his name's Peloton?
Pelon.
Oh, I thought it was like
Peloton.
sat on an exercise bike or something.
An exercise horse, actually.
Could Major Tom be Officer Bird?
Sure.
I mean, look at him.
Officer Bird.
He looks like he's just about to retire.
No, he looks pissed. He looks pissed.
I know.
Proserpine's just like...
And after Pelon kind of shoots you a dirty look, and then you return a dirty look, and he kind of cowers back down slightly. Sod then turns and points towards the Dryad.
And this is the avatar for our beloved Oak and Snow. This is a chorus.
And a chorus stands up, and she goes, I am here to speak for the god of the Fae. I am not here to pass judgment, but I am here to ask questions. And then she then sits back down very daintily. Sod then kind of gestures broadly to you all and goes,
Well, as you all know, for Family Court, everyone who is the accused of being a parent is going to come forward, sit on this mushroom, and answer some questions. Simple enough. We just need to determine who is the father. Or the mother, he says, looking towards you, Capri.
That's how sex works.
Sorry there, Mr. Treble, what did you say?
I don't think that's how sex works.
Who said anything about sex?
Fucking, I know what's coming.
This is all ridiculous.
I
I am the father.
There you go.
Treble pulls out his pistol and shoots his son in face.
Well, no, as...
Henrietta knows. Cupcake knows.
Case solved. Can we get back to saving the world now?
Yeah.
Thank you.
No, unfortunately, that's not how it works.
And
It's an elevator episode,
not.
Stig. We're stuck here, mate.
the assembled Fae around kind of like shake their heads and grumble to each other at your lack of knowledge of the Fae wood and how it works.
Just
I've
as a
come to
little...
expect this from them. This bravado, this insolence, this disrespect. They never seem to learn. Perhaps we need to teach them another lesson.
No, they don't, Your Majesty. So, there's a brief reminder of how it works. You repaired that flying ship with Feywood, which means you are connected to the Feywild. Mr. Treble, you know all about this because you served a 10-year prison sentence for it.
Can you just say that a bit
3
louder,
days.
please?
Anyway,
No, Mr. Sod, can you tell them how long I served again? Just a bit
I
louder
think
so
you'll
they can hear.
find you're in court. Do you not understand where you are? You have come to court. This isn't a place for you to talk, for you to answer back, or for you to ask questions. You be quiet, you sit, and you receive your judgment. Is that understood?
Yes.
Oh, she's a feisty one, eh?
Feisty one you are.
She does not like misogyny.
So Sod kind of rolls eyes.
so because you repaired the ship with the Feywood, when the ship became available for love, which happened with Mr. Calbo, I do agree with that, she became receptive to any form of DNA. And unfortunately for you lot, that DNA is passed by touch, not by the disgusting things he's done with the boat.
We're missing somebody then.
And who is that?
Well,
Orapan.
Orapan
The
was on that
cat.
ship with us too.
The cat.
Where's the cat?
Proserpine's just sleeping in Capri's hood at the minute.
Where's our other
wake
stowaways
him
that
up.
we've had on the ship before as well?
What about, could be... I've solved it. It's Capri's old body.
Yes,
Excellent.
brilliant, and it's already
Capri, I miss her.
Yeah, back to saving the world.
Still here.
Oh yes, Mr. Stigveld. So great that you're here to solve everything for us. Why do we need to even put this trial on in the first place? You should be sat here in my place. Would you like to sit here in my place?
Thanks, Stigveld.
He is
Great
the
job.
king. He is the
You
righteous,
seem to
rightful
know
king.
everything, so how about we start with you, and we see what your paternity is to this egg, this love egg, as it shall be known.
So turns around and he goes,
Oh, brilliant idea, Miss Ceridwen, brilliant idea.
and he kind of hops off the mushroom and he gestures to it towards Stigveld.
Go on, take a seat, sir.
I hope Sod wiped her ass before he started licking it. Okay, now that were out of character, by the way.
Oh, okay. Preparing a retribution there.
Thank you very much.
The dryad kind of clicks her fingers, and you feel this force pushing you forward and making you sit on the mushroom. No, you will sit, dear.
So, let's start, shall we? What is your relationship with this ship?
It's a ship. We use it to fly around from one place to another.
And whereabouts on the ship do you tend to reside?
I have a little cabin where I keep my... Actually, I need to get my trinkets from it.
And within that little cabin, would you say that is entirely your area, your special little space on the ship?
Of course it is. We all have a cabin to sleep in.
So you must have quite a comfortability within that area.
I enjoy looking at my trophies. You know one of them very well, I think.
He has a teddy bear.
And what do you enjoy doing in this special little corner of the ship?
I like to sit and contemplate and look at my trophies.
So you sit. You agree that you sit. And what else do you do in this room?
I sleep. I eat. I polish my weapons.
So you like to create friction in this little cabin space.
There's a sound.
On the ship.
There's a sound of a hoof on stone as Pelon's kind of like hitting the stone in front of him. I object to this, Ceridwen.
On what ground?
You are leading him down a path and insinuating.
I'm insinuating at all. I'm merely trying to ascertain how much. Of
No
this
one
disgusting
insinuates
body...
me.
Ah! Don't interrupt me. This is my courtroom, not yours. For that insolence, we will sit here in silence for a second. Whilst I compose myself.
Thank God.
Sod,
Yes, Miss Ceridwen.
add some nodules to the mushroom.
All right, Miss Ceridwen.
Stig, give me a Constitution saving throw, please.
9.
9. He clicks his fingers, and the surface of the mushroom kind of sinks down slightly, and then comes up quite sharply, and basically you've got a nodule up your arse and next to your ball sack as well, and you are incredibly uncomfortable.
Threaten me with a gun, son.
Is this entirely necessary?
Well, you can't seem to control yourself, so I thought perhaps we'd persuade you.
What? By violating me?
No, it's the Fey way, sir.
Oh, everything's the Fey way.
Well, you're in the
What
Fey
a-
Wild, so
it's
you know.
a
do what we
convenient
say.
excuse to get for things, isn't it? I've noticed
You
that.
see, you seem to forget that you are the one who mixed our magical wood with your ship. You are the one who completely disregarded the magical properties of what you are adding to this ship, and now you seem to think that you should be absolved of any consequences?
It's just wood.
The chorus stands up. Just wood? Just wood? How dare you? These were our spirits. These were part of us. Every one of those trees you felled, Oakensnore was in incredible pain. And as a result,
maybe you should
we
put
were
a
all
sign
pain.
up instead then.
She turns to you, Ceridwen, and goes, I would suggest maybe we should imprison him for a certain period of time. and torture him. I feel torture is worth it for this one.
3 days.
I think the best kind of torture is our first witness. Bring out the bear.
Oh, fuck.
The bear.
Oh no, she did
A
it!
large brown bear walks out, treads down, and just kind of like sits in between Stigveld and Ceridwen.
I love it when bears sit down. So good.
Sod stands up and he kind of clicks his finger and casts Speak with Animals across you all, so you can all hear what the bear has to say.
Hello, bear, and thank you for your bravery coming into the courtroom today.
Hello.
You are here to bear witness.
Oh, very funny.
Why the long pause?
What? That don't work!
Why the long pause?
What the Surely he gets in prison for that.
Because they stopped talking.
Oh,
That don't work, mate.
They have big long paws.
No, they don't.
Bears do. They
Claws.
slap you round.
They do have paws, don't they? But it
They've
wouldn't
paws.
Biggie's just thinking of himself because he's aging.
it would have
That's
made,
why he's long.
It would have made sense to say that had Gadget actually paused.
It was long enough.
You gotta remember his delay.
Yeah, that's true.
So the bear sits and goes, "Oh, that was a good one. Thank you for inviting me."
Now, I understand that you will have absolutely no idea as to the parentage of this love egg aboard this magical ship. However, what you are going to bear witness, I'll keep doing this, it's funny, it makes me laugh. What you are going to bear witness to is the character of the possible parent or person who would be around this love egg.
Okay.
If it is deemed that these characters are not the sort of characters that a child should be raised around, we will confiscate the ship
Okay.
and have the ship and the egg brought into the Feywild to be raised in safety, and they will be without their sex wagon. I don't know what they're doing to this ship.
I'll fucking take the ship. I just
Okay.
want my things.
Question: what is a ship?
Oh, we will not be allowing you to return to the scene of the crime.
I don't want. You give me my things. They're my things.
You've left them inside the victim.
Oh, God.
You are not going back.
I see
You
how
are not
it
going
is.
back.
Chop the head off an ex-lover and she wants to keep it. I see how it is.
Gorthank? Yes, Gorthank. He killed your ex.
That was a while ago. I forgot all about it. Oh, him. So, Bear,
Yes.
how do you know the accused?
And the bear looks at you, Stigveld, and looks back. He threw me. I was minding my own business. I was just having a snack. And they came running past me. And then all of a sudden, I felt a hand in my private area and a hand underneath my stomach. And then I was in the air. And then he threw me at some humans.
Let the record show that. Let the
What
record
a
show
throw!
that
I've died
tonight-
out on that for ages. It was a great throw. It was a great throw.
Oh,
They sung
Bear.
songs of our
Barely see
victory,
how far
Stigveld.
he went.
Oh, Bear, I am so sorry.
Are they
that
laughing
they
at me?
are so callous as to mock and laugh at your account of this hideous attack.
It hurt. They had swords. One went in me.
Oh. So, Bear, did you give permission for Stigveld to touch you?
No. There was no consent. He never even asked.
Well, that would be what... Okay, so Bear, would you say that in your account and your interactions with this individual, they are completely incapable of understanding the boundary of touch?
Well, yeah, I was just minding my own business, and then all of a sudden I was in the air. I didn't want it. I didn't like it. It hurt.
Do you think that this individual cared at all for your safety or well-being?
No, he used me as a weapon.
Did I fuck?
So this
See?
individual used you
Zigbal's
for
just
their
sat
own
there with a
gain.
massive smile on his face.
Yeah, he used me. He took advantage of me being there.
You were in the way. You're a
Oh,
bear.
I was minding
Bears
my
attack
business.
people.
I wasn't attacking you
You reared up against us. You were in the way. We had places to be.
because you frightened me. You ran out of nowhere, full of weapons and shouting and running and a cat.
Let the jury and the court know that the callousness in which Stigveld has chosen no remorse
Absolutely
for
not.
the indecent, horrendous attack on this bear and the complete disregard for the safety, well-being or feelings of this bear that apparently was in his way. Now, they are out in the wilds. Where did this happen, Bear?
This happened, it was on the way to Movis.
Was it within your territory, your home?
Yeah, I was just patrolling as usual.
So Stigveld came into your home, violated you, launched you in the air, and caused you complete humiliation and fear in the confines and safety of your own home.
Excellent.
Yeah. The other bears were laughing at me.
You'd better bear then, shouldn't you? Not get thrown around.
Oh.
Gives a little wink to Treble.
I think it is clear for the court that this, if they are not the father, indeed are not a safe person for the love egg to be raised around.
I'll be
And
honest.
therefore should not be allowed to board the ship ever again.
So
I'll be honest, I don't want the love egg. I've got better things to do.
Sod goes over to the bear, gives him a bit of a stroke, and then just like throws a salmon for him. The bear catches it in his mouth and just nods at you, Ceridwen. and kind of
Objection.
growls.
So you can throw fish.
Mm-hmm.
Double
Who are
standards
you?
in the Fae.
Interesting, that isn't it?
Who are you to come into our woods and tell us how to handle our business,
woods, our
our court,
woods.
our lords? Yes, it is our woods.
You
Something
come
you
into
need to be
my
reminded
you
of.
came to my homeland and tell me what to do. That little shit over there came into my dreams and threatened me.
No, I
telling
was
me
just
to
having
do
a bit of
things.
fun.
He came into my dreams, threatening me, saying I had to do things for him, otherwise he'd kill those close to me. In
Double
my land,
standards.
the land I own, the land that belongs to me, and you dare tell me that I can't come into your land and do... Don't give me
Isn't
that double
this the land
standard crap.
that you
Yeah.
abandoned?
It's not the land I
Isn't this the
abandoned.
land that you left?
Order!
I left
So
I left the
another
land as
example
tradition
of abandonment,
to
disregard of
tradition
safety.
that when a chieftain loses, that he leaves. It wasn't until I found out
Oh,
that I was
so
cheated
you're
out
not
of it.
even the strongest of your kind.
I was cheated out of it. Everyone knows
There,
I'm
I'm
strongest.
so sorry. You were thrown by a loser.
That's why I'm back.
In the background of the audience, there's a boo when she says that.
It doesn't change the fact that you came into my lands, where I'm from, where we have our laws and our
His
ways.
birthright.
And he...
But it's not your land
No,
anymore.
but it is. Well, this isn't your lands. I could say the same thing about you.
You'll find it is. The
I think
Feywoods,
you'll
I've
find
lived
it's
here for many
Oakensnarl's
times.
lands.
I've never
You are
left.
you are allowed to live in these
I've
lands
never left.
under Oakensnarl's rule, as I am allowed to live in High Dawn under our people's rule. I was born there. They are our lands, and he came into them and did things he shouldn't do. And you dare say that we can't come into the Feywoods?
Capri in the back. In
Are
the
you
back.
quite finished?
Capri in the,
So
in the, in the
your
back. In the back
people's-
of, sorry, Capri in the back of your head. Proserpine just says to you,
He's going to get us all killed, isn't he?
Probably, but we've been in this situation before.
So you say that with your traditions
hothead idiot.
and your rules and your people's rules, but those are the same rules that forced you to leave?
Yes, because it's tradition. I followed the rules of my land. Sod coming and invading my dreams and forcing me to do things, so that my forcing me and saying if I didn't do them, that my friends would be killed.
Let the court show that he's tripping up over his own words. Therefore, I don't think he believes what he's saying.
Sod sat on the edge of the rock with like a parchment and a pen, just writing all this down as like a stenographer.
This isn't anything. All I'm saying is double standards.
Well, yes, but you're in the Feywild, so unfortunately double standards are in play here.
And he clicks his fingers and you disappear from the mushroom and you appear at the back.
I think that went well, Miss Ceridwen.
Can Sod please throw the bear back to where he came from? You're dismissed.
No, the bear has already left with his salmon.
Next,
That you're through.
we'll do a joint interrogation. Let's bring the demon girl and her puss.
Come on, Miss Capri, come on. Sit on the mushroom.
Proserpine.
Puss.
Up on the mushroom, is it?
Yes, up on the mushroom. Just sit there and make yourself comfortable.
He clicks his fingers and like the extra nodules that he had disappear, so you have a comfortable seat.
She wants them back, mate.
Lovely. Yeah.
So, Capri, you see how this is going to go down. I trust you will be a much more civilized and cooperative.
Bear with me a minute. Let me just wet my whistle.
Pelon turns to you, Ceridwen, and goes, "Calm down with this one. He doesn't seem to have the constitution of the big one."
Depends what day you catch me on.
So, what is your relationship with this ship?
Well, I didn't think I had much of a relationship, being as it's an inanimate object. I did ride it around a little bit.
Have you ever spoken with the ship?
Not to my recollection, although there's been a lot of things that I actually don't remember, but, you know, I'm only going by what I know. I don't do well under pressure.
Just like a hard thing, just a side note, I've known Candy for a very long time. It's going to be delicious. I know her buttons. I know her sweat points.
I'm already
Tell
going.
me
I'm
then.
already going.
Proserpine sat on your
Tell me
shoulder,
then.
Capri. You just go,
Keep it together and get through this.
All right, just stroke his chin.
Yeah.
Does the ship operate under a verbal command?
Not by me per se, but Calbo, I think, has a little chin wag with her every now and again.
And you have witnessed this?
Yes, but you know, I've seen it maybe react to things that Calbo said, but I don't really know the ins and outs of it, and apparently Calbo does.
Well, that's what we're here to find out.
Exactly.
The ins and outs. So, do your friends often make a habit of speaking with inanimate objects?
Take the fifth.
No. What?
Take the fifth. They talk to stupid shit all the time.
Sorry. I've lost my voice. I couldn't possibly.
Sod, magic her up a lozenge.
all right. And he clicks his fingers, and you suddenly no longer have a croaky voice. You just have,
That's actually quite nice.
yeah.
That's really helps.
Feel like for the first time in a year you've been able to speak properly.
Oh. Continue,
So,
please.
I will ask that question again. Do your friends often make a habit of speaking with inanimate objects?
When the situation called for it, yes, we have been known to communicate with less than verbal things, shall we say. Variety sometimes of things we've spoken with, but I don't really see where this is going.
Yes, well, what I'm trying to ascertain is that you have described the ship as an inanimate object. However, the behaviour of your friend and the behaviour you have witnessed is far from that of someone to interact with an inanimate object. You believe and know that this is not an inanimate object, this is a living, breathing ship.
Shit.
I think you're making a bit of a jump there to assume that I don't think my companions are complete raving lunatics.
So you...
Well said.
I resemble that.
No comment.
Okay, let's move on. What areas of the ship do you frequent?
The wine cellar.
I've heard.
Occasionally the poop deck. But mostly the wine cellar.
So, you would say that you have left your DNA on the ship?
I wouldn't put it quite like that, per se. Maybe, are we talking, a little bit of spit on the old cup? Because I have whatted on
Fucking hell.
on occasion.
Spit on that tang!
Spat on that thing.
Pelon interjects and goes, Miss Capri, have you ever, in your drunken escapades, thrown up on the ship?
I mean, usually I try and throw up in my handbag, but I can't say that nothing's gone a bit astray.
Let's rewind this again. Demon girl. A handbag.
Well, it's more of a satchel, really. An adventuring carryall. A bag of carrying.
Isn't that the same satchel that your cat sleeps in sometimes?
That's a
He
good
doesn't seem
point.
to mind. Doesn't seem to mind.
His head kind of turns slowly to stare at you.
Don't worry, Proserpine. I'm just kidding. I've got her under my thumb.
Oh God, I'm gonna die.
And I just flick a bit of sweet corn out from behind his ear.
Oh, for fuck's
What was
sake.
that?
Nothing.
Okay. So let's move on to the cat.
What?
Proserpine.
How long have you had your cat?
Remember, you all have speak with animals on here, so whatever Proserpine said, you can hear.
Oh, I don't own him. I do not have a cat. A cat travels with me. I do not
That's right.
own another creature.
How long have you had this companion?
Again, my companion has been with me for as long as I can remember my travels with our friends here.
Okay, so how long can you remember?
Oh, several turns of the moon around the planet. I don't know what the actual time frame of this adventure is.
It's been about 4 months in this adventure.
About 4 months, I would say.
And in those 4 months, has this creature ever needed medical attention?
Rude.
He looks after himself quite well, actually. But, I mean, there's been occasions where
I'm fit as a fiddle.
he's fit as a fiddle, he says, as you can hear.
Hear that,
Who are they talking about?
I know. Who's that?
Is he up to date
cat.
on all his magical inoculations?
Absolutely.
He's an anti-vaxxer.
Who
No fey fleas.
who administers those?
Well, he's more of a godlike creature, actually, so, he doesn't really need them. But if he did, they would definitely be up to date, because I have a monthly plan with animal friends, and they cover his vaccinations, if I did need them.
Is he chipped?
He's chipped, yes, he's very much chipped.
I'll chip you.
Are they
Trevor.
talking about Orapan?
So you have put a chip in this creature you do not own.
No, he came pre-chipped.
Also, he used to belong to someone else.
I'm sat right here.
He can speak for himself, actually.
Okay, Proserpine.
Yes.
The cat talks?
I have a surprise for you.
Is it bacon?
You thought you would get away with it.
Away with what?
Tell me, what can do what it likes and receive 0 consequences?
A god.
Stick well.
A baby.
Or any cat ever.
You have been a big baby. You have put it around town, impregnated multiple street cats.
Hey, now.
You are an unneutered magical cat. And we have the products of your reckless adventures and dalliances with these street cats.
Wait a minute, this is slander.
Sod, bring out the next witness.
Oh.
I call Susan.
All
The
right,
cat
all right,
lady.
all right.
So Sod clicks his fingers, and this woman appears. She's kind of middle-aged. She's got grey hair. Her kind of peasant's clothes are slightly singed at the edges, and she's holding kind of a large basket with a blanket over the top. Just
Where am I?
Hello, Susan.
Ah!
May I call you Susan?
That's my name.
Okay.
The cat slept with
What
Susan.
town do you come from?
Well, I'm between towns at the minute. I did live in Indilo's Rest, but everything went a bit to shit there.
Yes, I heard that some reckless individuals had caused some problems over there. So, Susan, what is it that you do?
Well, when I was a greengrocer when Indigo's Rest was there, but since the town was destroyed, I've been working with the local constabulary in a kind of a rescue effort, and like trying to help people who were trapped in the rubble and who survived the elder god that was killing everybody. And I've also been kind of working through the rubble and helping the pets that lost their owners and helping to rehome them across Lardra.
What pets in particular have you been finding shelter and homes for? Well, not just homes, your home. Isn't that right, Susan?
Well, yes, there was some that I weren't able to rehome, so I took them in. Mostly what I was able to rehome was dogs, cats, birds. In one case, an owl bear. That was dangerous. But there was 5 in particular that I couldn't rehome because, well, quite frankly, they were a bit unusual.
And would you like to show the court what is in your basket?
And she steps forward between Capri and Ceridwen and pulls the blanket off the basket. And inside, Capri, you see 5 kittens of different colours. So, black one, a couple of tabbies, an orange one, and a pure jet white one. And they're just they're only a few weeks old. They're kind of mewling around, and you see as one kind of lifts up, and then a pair of dragon wings comes up off its back.
Oh my god.
And
I was not expecting that.
yes,
Is this an advert?
there are 5 dragon kittens. One of the tabbies kind of hops out and kind of like glitches a little and kind of turns into a cube and then turns back into this cat dragon thing. And
Oh my god. I love them.
Proserpine looks down with wide eyes and goes, "Oh fuck!
Proserpine, look, you're a parent.
No!"
They're adorable though.
Did you do something with Calbo? Is this you and Calbo?
Oh,
No.
No.
Oh. But that,
not my kind of pussy.
that cat's
Susan.
itching his
Oh, fuck. Not enough splinters, is there, mate?
So
you-
he gets on the stand.
So the dragon wings, if you remember back, the cat is the dragon. The cat is Brindril.
Oh yeah, I know.
So the dragon wings are his lineage.
Susan.
Yes.
May I hold one?
Yeah, by all
Hold them.
means.
They're yours. Susan, you are relieved of this burden. Please
They're
hand
mine.
over the cats.
Oh, thank
Please
God.
hand over. Please, you are relieved. This is an impossible task for a mortal to take on. Please, hand them to their father. He can take
Proserpine, this
care
is
of
the
them
best
now.
day ever.
No.
They're
no,
very
it's not.
cute.
One of the cats looks up at Susan, sneezes, and a ball of fire kind of comes up and catches her ear. Not again! Please, I want to go. And she looks at Sod. Please send me back. He's like, oh,
All right, Miss Susan, we'll send you back.
and he clicks his fingers, and she disappears, and you are left, Capri, with 5 fire-breathing dragon kittens.
This is the greatest day of my life. I'm fireproof.
I believe they're called Kragons.
Krakens.
Can I hold one?
Give me
They're
yes.
amazing.
Don't throw it though.
No, I won't.
Yeah,
I like
as
the
long as
ginger
you
one.
promise not to throw it.
Proserpine's
As a side note-
sat on Capri's shoulder with his eyes really wide back and his ears back, and he goes,
I don't like this. I don't like this.
Oh, shut up, Proserpine. Look how cute they are.
Look,
As a
this
little-
one matches my beard.
"Yeah."
As a side note, by the way.
the one you hold up, Stigveld, just kind of looks at you and kind of like makes air biscuits, and then just meows at you, and just the little kind of burst of fire just comes up and like singes your nose.
Oh,
This fucking episode's ridiculous.
oh, he knows his daddy.
Can I just say, as a side note, Candy, you're welcome. My gift to you.
Yes.
I said to Gadget, she'll love drawing them. Okay. So now we have understood that Proserpine is a reckless individual putting his seed about town
Oh, yeah.
with absolutely
My
no
man.
regard for what comes of it. Let's move on.
Thank God. Oh, God, what am I going to do?
Who wants to go next?
Wanted to live the bachelor god lifestyle. How could I be a father?
Don't worry about it, Proserpine. I'll take them.
Treble, you go next.
Sure.
All right, Mr. Treble, come up, sit on the mushroom, sit on the mushroom.
Very well.
Yeah, clicks his fingers and a couple of little toadstool mushrooms appear that allow you to step up to it. You don't need it, he's just being condescending.
Dick.
Oh, I'm best friends with you too, Mr. Treble.
Treble, it's nice to see you. It was quite some time we spent together in your imprisonment.
Likewise.
3 days.
Got to know each other quite well, didn't we?
Mm-hmm.
A chorus turns to you, character. You know this one?
Yes, I spent 10 years imprisoning him. For the hell of it.
Pelon looks over. Know this one? She almost married him.
Can you be impartial then in this judgment?
Absolutely. The marriage was purely as a way of tormenting him. I would never have gone through with it.
Oh, well, carry on then. Oakensnarl is happy with this.
However, the marriage was a form of a test. You see, I presented myself as a peasant girl he had impregnated on a drunken night, and he tricked that peasant girl, ran off, and refused to marry her. So this is the type of man that abandons his responsibilities. So we already understand the character of this man. However,
He sounds like a cad.
But you cannot take just my word for it. Let's talk to the many, many, many victims of this individual. Bring forward the horse.
Sod clicks his fingers, and one Stephen appears.
Stephen, I thought you were dead.
All right, Stephen. All right, just relax. I know it's a bit dangerous.
No. Why am I here? Why am I here?
We just need to have a little bit of a word with you. Don't worry, you're perfectly safe. He can't cast magic here.
Hello, Stephen.
Hello. And he kind of bows his head down and just tries not to make eye contact with anybody.
Stephen, how do you know this man?
He kind of looks at Treble and kind of looks back down and goes, He talked really nice to me once, and he offered me carrots. And then he hit me with lightning to make me run faster. And then he didn't have any carrots.
So he tricked you as well.
Yeah.
There seems to be a pattern of behaviour here.
And he didn't even tell me when to stop running. I nearly fell off a cliff.
Dumbass.
And
What a
now he's
dangerous-
calling me names.
What a dangerous thing to have done. Do you have anything to say for yourself there, Treble?
Yes, I do, yes. Whatever you're talking about was about 10 years ago. I don't fucking remember.
I remember. He kind of turns to show you his hindquarters, and there's like an electrocution scar down it. It was just outside of Movis. I was just happily trotting along, pulling a cart with some soldiers on it, and they attacked and killed the soldiers, and then he hit me with lightning, so we'd run from the other soldiers. And then he promised me a carrot, and then he just let me go, and I kept running.
Attention listeners, no real horses or bears were harmed in the production of this podcast.
Pelon is looking very upset with this. And he's crossed his arms, and his front hooves are kind of like digging at the stone. Well,
so Treble, when you were asked about this and asked about your defence, your only defence was that it was 10 years ago. So you admit that
I've
this
repented
all
for all
happened.
sins.
to which god?
All of them.
Liar! You have not repented to me.
I'm sorry.
You may have repented, but this doesn't show a development of character. This just shows
I
that
wasn't the one imprisoned for 10 years for something my compatriots did. I don't need to speak to any of you people. I've paid my dues.
You have not paid your dues for this poor equine fellow.
It's a beast of burden. Be quiet.
You are a beast of burden, small creature. I could trample you in my sleep.
Oh, so it's height jokes again, is it? Well, this court is one-sided. Why do we bother?
For you have no choice.
Perhaps we need to bring out another witness.
Do it.
Perhaps one
Probably
that's
forget
a bit
that one.
closer to home. You will not forget this one. Bring forward the brother.
And Sod clicks his fingers, Stephen disappears, and Quattro appears. Now looking back the way he did, where he's basically recast his minor illusion. Well, hello, ladies and gentlemen. Wait, hang on. This isn't a bar. Treble, me old mucker.
Will you not die?
You didn't try to kill me, did you?
No.
No, sir, you are not at a bar. You are in a court.
Turns around to look at you, go, whoa! Hello, darling.
No, don't, because I can't.
Oh, I know Pip's buttons.
I see you're still putting on that voice.
He kind of looks at you, quiet, I'm working something here. Hello, darling. What can I do for you?
I can't take you seriously.
All I can picture is like miniature Billy Butcher as well.
That's basically what he is at this point.
Could you not address me directly, please?
Oh, I see. I have the cold.
Someone's getting laid tonight.
Do the voice.
I see. I have the court's attention. Then, what can I do for you? Well, the Easter eggs are going to be great on this episode.
I hope you're
making
singing
a
a towel
funny
bit.
beat.
Okay, sorry, I'm blushing now.
I think she's sat in a George Foreman grill.
Oh, sorry, my car. I'm blushing. Okay. So, how do you know this individual?
Well, he's my brother, isn't he?
Would you say you're particularly close to your brother?
Well, I try my best to be close to him. I taught him everything he knows about playing the lute. But unfortunately, he's just an ungrateful little shit. And he spurred my offers of friendship and companionship. We were supposed to be the magical Clef brothers. We were going to do music, magic, comedy, the whole lot. We were a triple threat.
You weren't even funny, though.
He appears to have
You couldn't play the
abandoned
lute either.
No, he abandoned our family. Me and our sister Stanza, we were heartbroken.
I'm sure you were. The only thing we have in common is we shared a womb. Not at the same time, but we shared one nonetheless.
But it were a glorious womb we shared, unfortunately.
Shut up!
Unfortunately, dear Mumsy died the day you left. Father wasn't long after. Heartbroken they were. And our brother leaving. Family fortune's gone to rack and ruin because he was a big gambler. Tried it on with the king's daughter. got himself in a right pile of trouble then.
So not a family man then, no.
No, far from it.
You could have asked me that.
I don't need to ask you anything. You said you didn't need to talk to the court. Very chatty for a man who says he doesn't need to talk to the court.
You couldn't.
Because you're wasting our time.
You couldn't let him be around.
I could waste another 3 days of your time. Would you like me to do that? Put you in contempt of court?
I'll be an old man by that point.
World be ended. Won't matter.
Your Honour, I wouldn't let him around any little nippers. You should see the things that he goes off and does with his vampire buddies. Oh, the homosexuality is unreal. It's constant and sticky.
Well, that's not really a reason to not keep someone around children. However,
he's a homophobe.
He does seem to be quite a reckless individual where it comes to the safety of others and the relationships with his own family and the promises and responsibilities that he's made with those members of the family. So not an individual you would have raise a child.
Oh, no. He's too busy getting his end away to think about anybody else.
May I speak?
It's all right, little brother. I can speak
May
for us.
I speak?
Yes,
Let him speak.
How dare the court bring in my own personal family life into this occasion? My character does not reflect on my relationship with my family. How dare you? You should be ashamed.
We're trying to establish your character around family. Where not better place to start than your own?
But I am only family by blood, not by choice.
No, you made plenty of choices, didn't you?
Yes, I did.
So, what is your relationship with the ship?
I think I've stepped on it twice. Remember, you imprisoned me. I've barely been on the ship. I've sold it about 4 times.
So, you understand that touch only it can happen just once. You
understand that if you look at me, I am completely clad in clothes. None of my DNA touched that shit before you even start. I have gloves, I have boots, I have tunics.
If it would please the court.
Bled on the ship?
I have not.
Your
Your
courtship, if I may point out a little bit of evidence in this regard.
Sure.
Quattro steps over to Treble and steps next to him and just points at his hair and goes, "Would you look at that widow's peak? That's a bit of a comb over, that is."
I only got that when I was imprisoned.
I think he would have lost 1 or 2 hairs on that ship, don't you think?
No, I wouldn't
Sitting in the wind and that bald spock coming in that he's got that little man bun above.
Look, I count every single hair on my head every single day. I have not lost a single hair. So none of this is conclusive. It is absolute codswallop.
How long does that take you to do?
About 5 minutes. I've got it down.
Because he's only got 4 of them. You and me, love. You and me, love.
I think you'll find I'm quite hairy.
So it's not just your head that you shed from.
No, I'm like a dolphin from the eyebrows down.
You said you're quite hairy.
Yeah, on my head.
Must be a fast counter then.
Yes, indeed. You can insult me all you want. My DNA has not touched that ship. I've barely stepped on it. Listen back to the episodes, listeners.
Have you slept?
Who are
on
you
that
talking
ship?
to?
I have not slept on that ship.
Would your other fellow crewmates bear witness to that?
Treble,
I see you struggling there.
Treble, can you roll me a deception
I'm
check,
carrying
please?
this thing on top of
There's
my
no
head. that's
deception.
why.
I've not slept on that ship.
You have.
No,
You've had long rests on there, so roll a deception check.
No, I haven't.
When you came out of jail, you're a right prick on it. Shut yourself away.
That was a sad deception. Here we go. 8.
8. Ceridwen does not believe a word you're saying.
I don't care. I don't believe a word she's saying.
She wouldn't anywhere.
Yeah,
No.
even if it was a fucking 20.
No, but she sees through the lie, is what I'm saying.
It's not a lie.
And the rest of the court sees through the lie.
Let them.
Pelham goes, "He's lying. Surely he must have slept at some point."
Before we do continue, are we here to ascertain whether we're good enough to keep hold of a fucking egg that none of us want. Because I don't care.
How do
understand
I?
what's
I
going
don't
to
see the
hatch.
point in this.
Take
Well,
the
it's
fucking
more the
egg.
ship. It's kind of the ship that we need to keep, though, isn't it?
Fuck the ship. We're already where we need to be.
I've done that, and this is why we're here.
There you go.
There we go. We have an admission. Case dismissed. Goodbye, all.
He's the only one that's dropped a load on that ship.
I've been celibate for 4 months. 10 years.
You're all such literal mortals, thinking the
Yes.
only way to spread a seed
Thank
is
you.
from that.
Well,
Do
that
you
means
not understand what's going? Have you ever been curious as to what's going to hatch from this love egg?
Miss Ceridwen, Sod pops up. Would it please the court if I were to shut him up?
Oh, is that how it is? Is that how it is?
Clicks his fingers, and you no longer have a mouth.
This is outrageous. You can't do this. This is bullshit.
I declare a mistrial.
So, do you understand the weapon that is
No.
going
I
to be
understand you're a
born
weapon.
from this love egg?
A weapon?
A
What?
big weapon. I'm surprised none of you have put it together.
Do you not think that Calbo will be a loving father? All he's done is defend the ship and show it love.
Oh,
He wants to be a
It's-
daddy.
it's never the cuckold, so I'm not even going to bother.
Oh, you've just spoiled the plot.
But we have a willing and loving father regardless of the parentage.
Yeah, blood doesn't matter, remember? I'm not
Always.
talking to character.
It's important that we understand and ascertain the parentage so we can understand exactly what kind of weapon we're going to be dealing with. You know, I'm here to make my ruling now.
Miss Ceridwen, are we not going to speak with Mr. Calbo?
Okay, let's humour him.
So Sod clicks his fingers. Trouble, you have a mouth again, and he kind of ushers you off the mushroom and just gently leads Calbo forward.
Here you go, Mr. Calbo. Have a seat.
Can I
here.
speak to Stigveld? Can I speak to
Yeah.
We're just muttering away in the corner.
Stigveld? Just remember, as you quite rightly always mention to me, this is taking no time in the real world. Enjoy yourself.
Enjoy any of this.
It is this distraction. I mean, regardless of what we said, this is one-sided. It is a charade. None of us were going to win. So let them have their say, and then we will kill this abomination ourselves.
Have a kitten.
You can have a kitten. Yeah, there's nothing wrong with
The
that.
kitten's currently sat in Stigveld's beard.
I'm fine with that. Carry on.
Okay, bring forth the lizard.
Here he,
What?
Rude as well. Racist.
here he is for you, Miss Ceridwen.
Ridiculous.
Demon girl, lizard.
Yeah, mortal.
So, dare I ask, what is your relationship with the ship?
I love her. I don't know how it happened. Ever since she came into our world and my world, we have a connection. I could feel the ship in my heart. And it was almost as if she was beaten and we were beaten as one. And our relationship deepened as time went on, as battles went on. We flew together, we sung together. Oh, yes, that's why we're here, I guess.
How did you feel when you learned that the ship had an egg?
Horrified.
I was over the moon because when I realized it was mine, and it is mine, that I tried to tell everybody. Even in the heat of a battle, I had to spread the news. I was so proud. How can you not be proud? Even if it wasn't expected or planned. But it's a gift.
And how would you feel if you learned that there is a possibility that you are not the father?
Though I don't believe it, but if that's the case, I will still bring it up as my own, if that's what
There we
the
go.
mother wants. It's not a signal of blood bond, it's about doing the right thing, and it's all I've ever done. In
About
fact,
wooden nails, isn't it?
these people here who have tried to defend themselves in this mockery of a court. They are my family. They've become my family. This world is my family. I am here to do what I can to save the world, and we are here discussing whether I am the father or not. I am the father. You want the truth? You can't handle the truth.
Sod kind of just taps your shoulder.
It's all right, Mr. Cowboy. Just calm down a bit.
Can I have a smoke?
Once we're done here, there's all right.
A pipe appears in his hand, and it's stuffed with the best weed that you've ever smoked.
God. Thank you.
So how will you defend this love egg from your reckless, violent, ruthless crewmates who have shown complete disregard for the safety, well-being, boundaries of living creatures and our inanimate objects?
I don't think that applies to me.
Or me.
You're only inanimate when you've had too much wine.
He's right, you know.
Yes, it's true, it's true.
And what about Mr. Treble, who has repeatedly said that he wanted to destroy whatever this abomination is? How will you...
Oh, you called it that, did you? Oh.
No, I'm quoting you. How are you going to protect the love egg from this dangerous individual?
I already have.
Hard.
I was horrified when he gave the ship to Sod. I nearly killed him if it wasn't for Stigveld pulling me away.
But you didn't, though.
He might not even be here to defend himself. But I forgave him because he doesn't understand love. Not the way I do. Not the relationship I have with this ship.
What is the threshold for you where he will lose his life should he overstep this? What is that threshold to you? Does he need to destroy it for you to realise what an evil individual he is?
I'm not evil. This is against nature.
His opinion may differ, but if he tries to do anything, then he will have me to answer to. And he's already done that once. And I gave him answers.
And then forgave him. So he will do it again, and this time you may not be able to convince the ship to come back, or however we got the ship back.
He can try. That's all.
And I
You
will.
certainly can try, and you'll try to stop him, and this love egg remains, and this weapon...
Safe. It will be safe. That is the point.
You say that, but I'm not convinced that you have the guts or the fortitude to defend this.
Well, it's been safe until you took it from me.
Ceridwen, you feel a tap on your
100% success rate.
You feel a tap on your shoulder from Pelon. I think you're being harsh. He seems genuine. He wishes to...
Oh, I don't doubt that he's not genuine. I don't doubt that at all. What I doubt is if he's got the cojones to step up and actually defend this from such an insidious person to try and destroy it. Treble is clearly going to destroy this love egg as soon as it starts to hatch. He has agreed just now that he is going to do it. And what I am asking is, as the father who says he can try it, well, come on.
Well, why do...
He's said to the court in front of all these witnesses that he would destroy it.
I'll kill it before it hatches.
Why don't we neutralize Treble then? We could take his magic away.
Oh, that's fair.
That would be an idea.
I don't know why he's so
We're stepping
upset.
their boundaries again, I see.
Yeah, double standards.
Treble's overstepped many boundaries. Why is what he's done any different? All I've done is created a life, and I'm there to protect it. I've protected his life and everyone else here. I will
It's
continue
nothing
to do
against
so
you,
with the egg.
Calbo. That creature is a mockery of life.
How do you know? You haven't even seen it. All you can see is an egg.
I don't
You-
like how they keep
you
calling it
are-
a weapon. They don't seem to care that it's a living
Exactly.
being.
May I just speak, Calbo? You are a creature of flesh and blood. That is a wooden vessel.
And
What?
where do you think we've evolved from? Where do you think we came
Not wooden
from?
vessels!
How do you know? You weren't there. I wasn't there. Anything can
I am
happen
a
in this
scholar.
world. Look at
I
the
know where we
strange
came
creatures
from.
that roam this land. I am a dragonborn. I'm half human, half dragon. What kind of thing am I?
Mr. Cowboy, you're
Flesh.
technically neither. You're an evolution of dragons. You're not playing
Yeah.
it as smart.
Exactly. And this could be a new evolution. I rest my case. Checkmate. Case closed. That's darts.
It's disgusting.
That's darts. Ceridwen, I believe we should convene and make a
Yes.
ruling. Yes.
Can't allow this evil.
I think it's important to note that we have also sent off the love egg for testing, so that we do have the results, and we have the results.
There is one
right
person you
here.
haven't spoken to, may I point out.
Yes.
Have you thought about talking to the ship, asking her what she thinks?
Oh,
Fucking
She-
shit,
we
it
already
can't
have.
talk.
We already have. We interviewed her as part of the
Not in
the
front of
lab
us.
tests. Well,
Some
of course
court
not
this
in front-
is.
She shouldn't have to explain herself in front of her assailants.
What about
Should she?
Oropan?
Oh, well. I can't be bothered.
I'm pretty sure he walks around slivering with his saliva everywhere and his
Exactly, it's
scales.
always-
It doesn't.
It
It doesn't
helps all over the
matter.
show.
I'm always having
Because
to
we
clear up his
know-
webbing.
We know exactly who the father is.
Yeah,
It's
so
a-
do I.
It's also important out of game to point out now. I don't know who the father is. This is Pip's baby. She
Pip's the father.
she
Other than
she
you're
conceived
alright
this
then,
idea,
Capri.
convinced me to do it, and then so she is owning this all the way to the end.
So when our lab techs went onto the ship to
Labs
take
now.
some
I know DNA.
of the egg to
The powerhouse of the town.
to determine the paternity of this love egg, we noticed the ship covered in multiple abrasions and scratches, as if something had been sharpening its claws all over the ship, getting
have claws.
underneath the wood, leaving tiny little claws under the wood. The father of this love egg is Proserpine.
Proserpine looks up and goes,
Oh, fuck.
Yeah, I think you've done it this time. The kittens were one thing, but this might be a bit of a, well, we'll see how this plays out.
He's-
I think
Love
you need to
egg
speak to Calbo.
will be a dragon ship. It will be a flying ship, like its mother, but it will breathe fire, like its father.
Not at all.
This is
Intent
a
is nothing for
weapon.
me.
This is a weapon. It will also have a furry, soft underbelly that will be incredibly enticing for you all to want to snuggle into, but
Not me.
none of you will be allowed below deck.
It's a trap.
It's
Oh,
a trap.
fuck. Oh, fuck. Oh, fuck. Oh, fuck. 5
So
minutes.
kiss goodbye to your cabins. You will not be having
had
those
one.
cabins. You will not be having those cabins on the new ship. And because of the way the egg works, we cannot. When the egg hatches, there is no jetty for it to come off of its mother. Cupcake will be destroyed when the egg hatches.
Finally, some sense.
And you will have to figure out how to fly a new dragon ship hatchling.
Where is this egg?
Shenanigans will ensue.
so when
Is there
you
nothing we can do to save Cupcake?
when you
Yeah,
when-
kill the egg for you.
when you ask that, Calbo, in between you and Ceridwen, a blue energy kind of coalesces around, and you see a beautiful human woman in a ghostly image kind of step forward, and you instantly recognize this as Aretta, as the spirit of the ship. And she smiles at you and goes, "It's nice to finally meet you."
Aretta, you are far more beautiful than I could ever imagine.
And you
Your
are.
eyes are like the golden suns in the sky.
She kind of looks down and
Could,
blushes a little bit.
could the vision of Aretta be covered in tiny little cat scratches, please?
No, not right now. she she says to you, "So You heard who the father of our child is.
It changes nothing for me.
That's
I
good.
fell in love with you. And if the hatchling, whatever he or she will be called, can be mine forever if you so wish.
That's what
It doesn't have a gender. It's a ship.
We don't know that.
She
Well, I don't really want to give it a gender. You'll try and fuck it.
Not his stepchild.
she
We're not
She-
on Pornhub.
I don't know. There's some pretty there's some pretty dodgy porn out there.
What if that shit gets stuck in a washing machine?
Help me, Calbo, I'm stuck.
Why are you stuck under the bed in a really strange position?
I've got to stop trying to have nice moments in this campaign. Anyway, she smiles at you and goes. She smiles at you and says that our child will need to be protected. However, I feel like our child will protect you more. It will be
I've
powerful.
done all I can to try and protect you. And thank you for keeping us safe on our journeys too.
Thank you for being with me. Thank you for bringing your friends with you. I spent so long carrying around that undead horde of pirates, I forgot what it was like to have laughter on my deck. I forgot what it was like to be around the hustle and bustle of people or to have adventure. I appreciate it. Thank you.
I know they'll never understand I love the moments that we had,
No, they won't.
but I shall treasure it forever. I will never forget you.
As will I. And for all that my deck and bow will be destroyed when our child is born, I can stay here in the Feywild and live. I will not die. The ship will be destroyed, but I will not die as long as I remain here. And she puts a hand on your chest, and you feel that warmth that you would feel every time you stood on the deck. This will carry with you at all times. You will always be able to feel me. When you have succeeded in your quest, and I know you will, call for Sod, come back to the Feywild, and we'll grow old together. I love you.
Thank you. I love you.
And
Any
she,
chance of a quickie before we all go?
For fuck's sake, Calvo!
fucking hell, man. She smiles at you and fades away in front of your eyes.
Worth a
Ceridwen,
shot.
may I ask one request? As you know, this child will clearly be loved and cared for by Calbo. Would there be any chance that perhaps you could grant him the ability to talk to Proserpine from now on, to arrange fatherly duties?
That's a very nice idea. I think let's do that.
And Sod clicks his
Got your
fingers.
fam.
And from now on, Calwell, you will be able to hear everything the Proserpine says without having to cast a spell.
I have a question. What the fuck was the point in dragging us all through this court if you were just going to give the baby to Calbo anyway?
Oh, well, you see, it was a lot of fun, wasn't it?
Yeah, there we go.
Content is
Yes.
king.
And
Fucking
it's also that we wanted to ensure that this incredible dragon ship weapon was going to
killed.
be put in the hands of someone who is going to take care of it and fight for it and defend it, and is not going to land in the hands of someone who will destroy it or use it
Where
for
is the
ill
egg?
intent. So I think it's important that until Treble proves that he is not going to harm the ship or the egg,
Crap.
he's not allowed on board.
Fine with that.
Well,
He has to walk. Or he can live in a little basket underneath like a fire balloon.
No, not happening. Not happening. I'm not like a time bandit.
The all around the kind of the court starts to fade away, and the Feywild starts to fade. The Pelon and a chorus fades away until it's just the four of you stood in front of Ceridwen and Sod.
Oh, we had some fun adventures today, didn't we, everybody?
No, where's the egg, Sod?
Oh, safe.
Don't tell
Safe in the Feywild where you'll never find it.
Well, I think it's important that we probably tell them what's happened whilst they've been here.
Can't have been long.
Well, we wanted to make sure the ship was able to allow the egg to hatch in peace. There's a reason why she was able to say her goodbye here in the Feywild. The ship is already destroyed. Cupcake is no more.
Iretta still lives, though. She's in the Feywild. She'll be fine. But now, I think everyone, you're done here in the Feywild for a little while until the egg hatches. Mr. Calbo, I'll come and retrieve you when it's about to hatch, so you can imprint on it. But if I remember rightly, you had a whole thing. And Ceridwen, can you believe it? These 4 people think that they can save the world.
Really?
Yeah.
These liars and
I
philanderers?
never had those delusions. I'm just along for the
At
journey.
least we're trying, unlike you lot. Sitting
Oh.
here thinking you're high and mighty while...
Oh,
They don't care about our world.
I don't know.
what an assumption to
Can I
make you
just
think
check
that we're
what
not doing
imprinting
anything.
means?
No. Just bothering us.
It doesn't mean pressing up against it. That's not.
Oh, okay. I wasn't sure.
You just need to make sure that it can see your face when it hatches. So just make
Can't
sure
miss
it
that
looks at
big
you.
egg.
Don't touch it. Just make sure it looks at you.
I'll be looking the right way.
Anyway, I think we should probably get them back to the quest that they were on, because, if their world goes, that means they'll have to stay here. And we can't be having that. It smells
No.
Very
the
well,
place.
but I think it's important that we send them off with a baby hamper.
Oh, yes. What would you suggest I'll give them? I can sort it all out in the transport.
Well,
I
they're
love
going to
baby
need
showers.
They're going to need a lot of burn cream
Oh, yes.
and soothing
I'm fireproof.
balm. We should also probably send them a little hamper for the kittens as well.
Yes.
Oh, yes. I'll make the arrangements, and it'll be in their backpacks when they arrive. Anyway, everybody say goodbye to Ceridwen.
Goodbye, Ceridwen.
Goodbye, Carolyn.
Never see you again.
Sod clicks his fingers,
Brutal.
and you are back in High Dawn. And you are stood in front of a large cylindrical tower, with kind of orange light billowing out of it. You are stood in front of the Forge of the Ancients. The Forge of the Ancients is a central forge and a tower that acts almost like a smokestack chimney. And you can see kind of through the open front door, through to the other side, you can see centrally Minerva and her sorceresses and the Forge. And that's where we're going to end this week's episode of Do Dragons Dream of Scorched Sheep?
Yeah.
Well done, everyone.
Well
Thank
done.
you so much, Pip, for joining on this one. You did excellent.
Thank you, Pip.
Thank you,
I
Philippa.
pulled that out of my arse.
And you did
No,
excellent.
Oh, you do it every
Literally,
week,
I
mate.
had
You do
no
it
idea.
week.
I had no idea what I was doing or
You did
where
excellent.
we were going.
Neither
You
do
Did
we.
very, very,
Thanks.
very well.
And you,
Candy, my gift to you was I was like, I need to get something cute to Candy. If I'm going to come on as a guest, I need to do something to get her something
I've
cute.
named
I
them.
know.
Did you see?
I was gonna say, you
texted
gotta
me. Would you
name
like
them,
to
haven't
tell
you?
us the names?
Do you want to hear? So, because they're fire breathing and because they were born of a inside out of a volcano, their names are Vesuvius, Krakatoa, Kilimanjaro, Etna, and Helen.
Why didn't you name one after that Icelandic volcano?
Hey,
she can't
Why
pronounce
didn't
it.
you name one after that Icelandic? Yeah, I was about to
I
say.
could because no one can say it.
That's Helen.
Cuckoo.
So,
Which
yes,
one's the ginger one? I want to keep the ginger one.
Cuckoo,
Matches
cuckoo.
Which
my
one's
ears.
Vesuvius? Which one's Vesuvius?
Kilimanjaro is the ginger one.
Oh, okay.
Helen's the black one. Etna's a tabby. Krakatoa's a tabby. Vesuvius is the white one.
Oh, I like
Excellent,
Vesuvius.
excellent.
Good one.
So, yes, thank you all for listening. Thank you all for joining and enjoying this random bullshit, because we do these episodes at least once a season where it's just insane crap and it's mental. It's brilliant. So, and Oodles is tortured by it, despite how much he loves the roleplay side of it.
It's wild, man.
You're
is.
difficult to play with, Oodles. Your character is difficult to play with.
He's a dick.
It's because he's aged as well. He's changed. He's changed as a character since we last
He's
met.
had enough of the fair bullshit.
If
Yeah.
there's like a sort of
many
an
times.
improv rule, the yes and rule, working with Oodles, it's just, oh no, it's sort of treble, sorry. It's just like, no. I'm like, where do I go with this?
So,
Chaotic evil, me, mate.
yes, thank you all for listening. Make sure you come back in 2 weeks' time for the next episode where we're going to have our showdown with Minerva. which will be fun. Will be like a bit
The
of
Minerva of
combat.
her.
Check out the website, modernescapism.co.uk. Go to the Patreon, patreon.com/modernescapism. Get in the Scorched Sheep tier. It's a $5 a month. You get early access. You get extra shit. Do it. I'm telling you.
Do it. Do it.
I'll ground you if not.
Yeah.
He will.
Capri will send her fire-breathing cats on you.
All 6 of them.
We'll send Pip after you.
Yeah. We'll send Pip
Formidable.
to take you to court. Yes,
I could just talk to you about how much of a shit you are for not supporting the podcast that you seem to be entertained with for free.
Boom.
Anyway,
Support your local artists. You're getting a lot of content for free, and this is a lot of time and effort that they take. And Gadget takes an enormous amount of time away from us and our relationship. I end up doing a hell of a lot of dog walking because he's always editing, mostly around Oodles' coughing. So we end up having to deal with that, and he's doing it for free. The least you could do is do a $5 a month to show some goddamn respect to these artists who pour themselves every week into this work. It doesn't cost a lot. It doesn't cost a lot to be a decent human being and support the people who entertain you every week. Get on the Patreon.
thank you.
Can we put that in every episode, Gadget?
I'm gonna put that in there. Just I'll get Pip to
Every single episode.
I'll get Pip to record a few in advance. Anyway, yes, thank you all for listening, and we'll see you in 2 weeks' time. Goodbye.
Love you, bye.
Yes.
Great, wonderful, marvelous. Let's D&D.
Hang on. Lemon face. Lion face. Lemon face. Lion face. I'm in.
Unique New York.
The Human Torch was denied a bank loan.